Kia ora, I'm Sherry Kinnear and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. Fresh concerns about the state of the country's hospital buildings. Figures show almost 100 hospital buildings around the country are earthquake prone, and a third of those buildings need to be operational immediately after a disaster. College of GPs Medical Director Brian Betty says the statistics are concerning.
I think it's a reflection of the fact we've had underinvestment in the New Zealand health system over the last 2 or 3 decades. In particular, infrastructure has been problematic and this has now come to the fore.
A concern that Nationals plan to sanction young people on the benefit could make their situation even worse. They've announced a plan to get under 25s off the job seeker benefit and into employment. It includes incentives for people to take up jobs and sanctions such as money management or benefit reductions for those who don't take part. Youth worker Aaron Hendry says for young people struggling with other issues, sanctions will become an extra pressure. He says that negatively impacts a young person's well-being and mental health and can become quite dangerous. The weekly grocery shop isn't likely to get cheaper anytime soon. New Infometrics Cost Index shows the cost of grocery goods from suppliers has risen by nearly 8%. Infometrics principal economist Brad Olson says this index was constructed in 2019 and it's the fastest increase on record. He says throughout 2019 and 2020, supplier costs were minimal.
They've now been accelerating constantly since April 2021 and really does show the pressure that's on suppliers.
These concerns buy now, pay later schemes could be fueling addiction. Kiwi spent $1.7 billion last year through services like Afterpay, but many now use the schemes to purchase alcohol. A ministry spokesperson said it was reviewing 63 submissions about the services and the majority wanted alcohol purchases banned. COVID could now be our biggest killer. New analysis by the Herald shows 836 people died across New Zealand in the week ending July 17. Of those deaths, 120, nearly 15%, were directly due to COVID. Otago University epidemiologist Michael Baker says for the first time, COVID has probably become our leading cause of death.
That is at the same level as ischemic heart disease, which is heart attacks basically, and that's not happened before. It's twice as common, for instance, as strokes.
And to a bit of weather, a cold blast is hitting the South Island with snow warnings in place for southern and eastern areas. The heaviest snow is forecast for inland Canterbury, where up to 25 centimetres could fall above 300 metres. There are also road snowfall warnings for most state highways. Meanwhile, it's another foggy morning in many parts of the North Island, including in Auckland. Fog restrictions are back in place at Auckland Airport and regional flights could be cancelled or delayed. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more and to stay up to date, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.